Giornata, welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So today we are going to be playing with the new Jaclyn Cosmetics, the blushing and bronzing duos. So I got two, we will see, and then I also have all the previous highlights, so we'll still use them today, but we're mostly going to be focusing on these, and I will be doing comparisons because that was like my main thing when watching videos. I was like, can someone swatch them against at least somewhat popular bronzers? So I will be doing that for you guys so you guys can really see, since we can't swatch anymore, you know, at the source. So we'll get into this video. I'll give you guys my thoughts, and let's go ahead and jump in. Please remember to subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. Let's go. Okay, so the two shades I got were Warm Plush and Golden Goddess, and then I got Stay Rosy and Yummy Toffee. So I think like a lot of people, it's kind of like, what's gonna work? Bronzers and blushes are definitely a buildable. I mean, you hope that they're buildable, right? So I was kind of trying to decide between two shades. The one thing I will say is I wish that I got the Golden Goddess one just because I was like, I want a peachier blush. And I wish she had a different, like a wider range of the blushes, just so I wasn't buying something super similar. So that's just, you know, I'm hoping they don't look super similar. We're going to do half my face with one and half with the other. That way we can see if there's a difference on the face. But I wish she had offered like a wider variety of like different tones of blushes at least. So yeah, we'll see. But a lot of them look the same in the pan, so I'm hoping they'll be different on my face. Like, here's the two palettes. This is obviously the darker one, and then this is the lighter one. So I wanted to choose something. I like peachy blushes. I'm not a huge fan of pink blushes. So we will see. I do like the component it's coming in. Like, I mean, it is nice. It's a nice component. I feel like it feels expensive. Do I think it could have taken up a little bit more space in here? For sure. Like, I'm someone who doesn't like a lot of like empty space, but I do think it's nice, and the mirror is nice. So I'm still happy with the size because at least it's a usable mirror, you know? But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So we'll start with the Warm Flush Golden Goddess. And like I said, I will be doing swatches and comparisons. So let's see how we will start with the bronzer. I will say, for some reason, before I even put this on, I always have that little thing. So bronzer on this side of my face, like this is my skin, always looks a little bit more like just not its best on this side. So I want to point that out before I even get started, because I don't really have that issue as much on this side. So just saying. But I'm hoping this builds nicely, because then I'm fine with it. You guys know I'm a sucker for bronzers, especially. I've been really into cream blush, not so much powder ones, but bronzers have always been a weakness. And it's always confusing to me when someone says like, when I'm self-tanned, and I'm like, what shade is that? What does that mean? Like, just because I feel like that could be a variety of different tones, you know what I mean? So this is definitely going to take some building up, and it all depends on your preference. It's showing up for sure, so it's not like it's not there. And I do a lot more, like, my foundation is definitely light coverage. I don't really do a full coverage look anymore. But yeah, I think that's any duos though. I feel like, you know, comment down below if there's a duo where you use both equally. But I think in duos, like, you usually reach for like one side of it, no matter what it is, more than the other. Like, it's never equal love. But everything was good customer service wise. My box got here just fine. Packaging was great. So I, like, since the highlighters came out, I've used those so much. So I was like, I don't need a disclaimer on this one. Like, I think we're good. And I really like that it's becoming available in Ulta, because like, even when it was in Morphe, my Morphe store is like almost an hour away. So Ulta's, even if you can't like go swatch it in store, if you need to exchange it for a different shade or whatever, like, at least you have that option, right? Like, you're not out of luck. So I'm just gonna kind of keep, this is fine, but I am used to a little deeper, I will say. Like, I don't think that this is, especially if you're like a tone just a little bit deeper than I am, it's not gonna be, you know, you're gonna have to work at it. You're gonna have to build this up. So I'm really hoping the other side is deeper, because this is maybe like if I don't want to wear foundation, but I don't generally, I do a cream bronzer when I'm not. So I was hoping that was going to build up a little faster, but it's not unusable. I still feel like I have bronzer on my face. And then let's go into the other one. So this one is the Stay Rosy and Yummy Toffee. This one I can already tell it's gonna work out better. like it's going on much easier for me. It all depends on your patience level, and like I said, for some people this might be just fine. It all depends on what you like. But I don't see this working on a huge variety of skin tones because I did think it was going to be a little bit more buildable. And she does have 2 deeper shades past this, but that's not, you know. I would have still, even for me, picked up probably a deeper tone. Like the in-betweens. So I'm liking this side better. I just think the color looks a little bit better and it's not taking me forever to like build up. So it does have a little bit of a sheen. It's not like completely matte, but it's also not shiny. I don't do like shiny bronzers. So just so you know, we're gonna go in with Stay Rosy first, which is from the deeper palette. And just know I don't like my blushes to be crazy intense. I'm just not that person. So this is actually probably good for me. I will do another layer just for this video, which is, I've always been like that. I just don't really gravitate towards a lot of blush. I usually go on the more neutrally sides as possible. And then with a different brush, I'm gonna go into Warm Flush. So I'm hoping this is the peachier one. Formula wise though, I'm not having any issues with anything. It's just more so like the colors. Okay, let's go in with another layer since I did that on this side. And I'm kind of just taking it all the way back. And then highlight wise, we will go in with, I still have this, so I didn't see a point of like buying the singles. I was really hoping she was gonna come out with the first shade in the second palette because I really wanted that, but it wasn't worth it for me at the time to like buy 2 palettes when the darker range, I was like, the first one was the only one I would wear really. So I'm gonna wait till these are, even though I use them quite a bit, I highly recommend these. These made my yearly favorites. I was like, I don't need to buy a new one right now. So we're gonna use Mesmerized, which is this one right here in the palette. And like I said, these are all the ones that are available in singles. So I really think that these are worth it, as well as the little pots. I actually like this packaging a little bit more, but that's, you know, that's just me. I don't know, maybe it's not just me, but just side note, not a big deal. But these are definitely nice and intense. I don't really use, I use a lot of these more for like my inner corner type thing. Than on the face, but these are definitely buildable. I love the formula of the highlights. And then just to show you guys, so extra, if you're near my skin tone, you're really only gonna wanna use it for an inner corner highlight. Like you can't really, it's gonna be way too bright for like all over the face. All right, let me zoom you guys on in here, and then we will do comparison swatches. I will say, I feel like, I can't tell if the light, whenever it's like a shimmery, like not like a satin type bronzer, I feel like it plays on your forehead a little bit where you're like, is that normal looking? Or, you know what I mean? But I think it's just the lighting hitting it like that. Not that it's patchy or anything like that, because when I move my head, I'm like, okay, it's gone. So that's why I usually stick to more matte ones, but it's not anything bad. Like I said, it's kind of a personal preference thing. So this side is the deeper one, the yummy toffee. And then this side is the lighter shade. Blush wise, I don't feel like I can see a huge difference. And I'm gonna turn down the lighting all the way for you guys, just to see, you know, what you guys think. I still think it's really pretty. I wouldn't say that like the formula is bad or anything like that. I just think the shade range could have been a little bit better and a little bit more different. I would have liked this, like I said, to be a little bit more peachy. That way I felt like I was getting 2 different palettes, you know? But yeah, what do you guys think? I know I have nothing on my eyes, so I was like, I'll throw one of the bronzers in my eye so I don't look so crazy for the rest of the day. But really, we're just focusing on the face right now. All right, I am put together. Like, hair done. I gotta go back to work soon. But let me go ahead and throw up some swatches. So the first one up are the Jaclyn Hill Blush and Bronzing Duos. So Golden Goddess is first, then Yummy Toffee, Beige and Girl from Fenty, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in number 3, and then the last one is Hula Caramel. So you guys can definitely tell from the swatches, like the first one in Golden Goddess is just not really my shade. So I can make it work if I need to, but I would definitely go with, you know, Yummy Toffee if you were similar in skin tone to me. Overall though, I mean, I didn't have any problems with patchiness. I don't feel like it took away any foundation or anything like that. I think price point wise, like I think she's gonna be a high-end-ish luxury type brand. And I felt like the packaging reflected that. What I regret is that I got two, you know what I mean? So it's not that I have necessarily anything bad to say, other than I thought that like the variety of blushes could have been very different. So I wouldn't have this feeling of like, I should have just bought one, you know? And of course that's kind of my fault, but I just wanted to see if maybe they'd be a little bit more blendable. Let's go ahead and swatch the blushes against each other. But the formula is really nice and smooth. It's just the fact that like I wanted a little bit more variety, and I was hoping that the bronzers were a little bit more buildable. Overall though, I would say I recommend buying one if you wanted to. And like I said, you kind of have that convenience now of shopping at Ulta in case it doesn't work out for you. So I really, really like that. And I'm excited for her brand. The highlighters I would recommend hands down. I love the highlighting formula. These are more like, you probably have something similar in your collection. They're permanent, so don't feel like you have to like rush and get the restock. Because I think they are sold out now on Jaclyn Hill's website as well as Ulta. And I would say, you know, take your time with it. It's not going to be anything that you probably don't have. Whereas the highlighters, I feel like it is something where I really do like the formula and I like the shade range in that. So this is a swatch of the blushes, and as you can see, like they're just not that different. Like, so that would be my overall critique is maybe pick up one, because there's not enough variety to pick up multiple. So I'm still excited about the brand, and like I said, I think she did a great job on the packaging. That is about it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys pick up anything? Are you going to pick up anything? I am going to pick up one of the mood highlighters, I think, because that's the only thing I haven't tried out. Because I always forget about my hourglass ones, you know? So I'm like, am I really going to use it? I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, if you guys picked up anything, all that good stuff. But please don't forget to subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.